You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports fans, we're going to talk about Monday Night Football and Tuesday Night Football and Wednesday Night Football for the NFL and the fact that we've got all-world Eagles wide receiver A.J. Brown wanting the NFL to delete Monday Night Football? Question mark? What? And we've got the NFL saying, nothing to see here, please move along, that next year on Christmas there will be no NFL game. Now, I've got to tell you, that stinks to all kinds of high hell. It stinks, and I think it's a lie. I think it's going to happen. Mike Florio thinks it's going to happen. Why? A lot of damn money. All right? Let's just put it that way. A lot of money and massive ratings, because it's already been proven the NFL can draw on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and get a massive rating. The NFL has also proven that they can play on Tuesday and Wednesday nights because of the Wuhan virus and that whole scheduling situation they did there. So, let's start out with the NFL claiming there will be no game next year if, of course, December 25th lands on a Tuesday or Wednesday. I just think, I think it's going to happen, okay? And I don't know when we'll get word that it's going to happen, but I think it will happen. Let's be honest, the NFL is taking the NBA and Adam Silver to the woodshed now by about probably 12 to 15 million viewers, maybe more than that, maybe 18 million viewers, maybe more than that, maybe 20 million viewers for their Christmas Day NFL game versus the NBA. Used to be the NBA's real estate. Well, they got kicked out of the HOA. So, here we go. The NFL has stolen the Christmas from the NBA. Next year, the NFL plans to give it back. Even more, Mike Florio answered with a sarcastic right. NFL Executive VP of Media Distribution Hans Schroeder, sounds like a bad guy from Die Hard 12, tells Andrew Beaton of the Wall Street Journal that the league will not stage games when Christmas lands on a Tuesday or Wednesday. Next year, Christmas lands on a Wednesday. Florio would say, I don't believe it. I agree, Florio. That's not to say I think Hans is being untruthful. Yeah, with a name like Hans, absolutely trust that guy. He's going to rob all the gold at Fort Knox. I mean, let's just be real and set a bomb off in New York, maybe. I believe he's telling the truth. Where's John McClane when we need him? I believe he's telling the truth as the truth currently is. I just don't believe the truth will remain the truth. With Christmas 2024 landing on a Wednesday, I believe the league will indeed play games that day. It won't be an easy schedule. It might require, for example, 6 Christmas teams to play the prior Thursday and or Friday. Or perhaps it would require a more creative use of bye weeks, giving Christmas teams the prior weekend off. Whatever it takes, however it takes, the league has already shown it can play games on Tuesday and Wednesday during the pandemic. There's no way that owners want to surrender television territory it has seized from the NBA. Guys, the National Football League eventually wants a primetime game 6 to 7 days a week. It may be 20 years before that happens, but that's what they want because they know they can put a game on primetime and they know it will draw 12 to 15 million viewers almost automatically. Now, I've also said something will eventually burst the bubble, but we don't know what that is yet. So yes, for now, the position is no games on Christmas on Tuesday or Wednesdays. By next year, that will change. So Florio is just coming out and saying, yes, this is what they're saying now, but it also smells to high hell like bullshit. It does. I agree. Look, the moment they played during the pandemic, and I said it when it happened, the moment they showed that they got a massive rating on a Tuesday and Wednesday or whatever during the pandemic, I said, oh, the NFL will take real estate on those nights eventually. They've already figured out how to do it. It's going to send people through a nightmarish scheduling situation. But they're going to end up doing it at some point. And I think they'll do it regularly. I don't know that it'll be 20 years. Maybe they will figure it out by the next television deal. Let's put it that way. Eagles A.J. Brown wishes the NFL would just get rid of Monday Night Football. Well, A.J., let me just give you the reasons they won't. The NFL inked new television rights deals, and they were massive. ESPN is paying $2.7 billion per year for Monday Night Football and multiple Super Bowls. All right, and that was the new deal that was signed in 2021. Now, also keep in mind, A.J. Brown makes $18.23 million this year, and he'll make $19.153 million next year. As I go through this article, the Eagles are coming off a primetime upset, this is CBS Sports, on Monday Night Football. And if it was up to star wide receiver A.J. Brown, they'd never play another Monday night game again. In fact, no one would. They have been playing Monday night games all of my life. All of my living life, Monday Night Football has been on. And there is so much tradition from that game. Look, if you want to get rid of Thursday night games, which they won't, we just talked about, Tuesdays and Wednesdays is coming to a streaming service near you probably. But the one you're not getting rid of is Monday Night Football. It's been around as long as we can remember. Howard Cosell, Dandy Don Meredith, John Madden, John Gruden, Al Michaels. There's just way too much sports history with Monday Night Football. The Brett Favre, his father passed away game. You know, the Dolphins-Jets game, the comeback, that game. I mean, there's just been so many great games throughout Monday Night Football history. I mean, how about John Lennon and that news of his death being delivered during Monday Night Football? There's just too much history there. It's not going anywhere, no matter what A.J. Brown wants to have happen. So this is what he said. Quote, it takes a physical toll of short weeks usually outweighs the game's national appeal. Quote, it most definitely does, honestly. Because it's a short week, and then right after the game, you only have a certain amount of time just for your body to recover, and it speeds up the process, and that adds wear and tear with practice. So it gets difficult, the Monday night games. I think they should have took them out. I know it's cool, everybody's watching you on Monday night, but the turnaround after that, it's difficult, especially if you leave the game a little banged up. So he wants Monday Night Football gone and abolished, and ESPN has literally got what? A 4-way broadcast going on Monday Night Football? ESPN, Manningcast, Deportes, and ABC. So 4 broadcasting channels. And it's drawing like, what? Between 13 and 22 million, something. I mean, now that Joe Buck and Troy Aikman are over there calling games, Monday Night Football is back to feeling big again like it used to. So, A.J. Brown, Monday Night Football is not going anywhere. You're only going to get more games, and you're under contract for the next 1, 2, 3 years. And it looks like they've projected out. But the next 3 years you're under contract. There's an out 2025 with a dead cap hit of $30 million. Yikes. But even though we're talking about this, look, this is PFF's wide receiver rankings. I think he's a top 3 wide receiver in the league. He's ranked 4th right now. But boy, he can That guy can sure cover up some warts on the field. No doubt about it. And I also believe that I think he is a quarterback-changing wide receiver. All right? And you can see that. I mean, Ryan Tannehill, you guys heard me say it in just the last month or so. In regards to the Titans and Tannehill, that Titans offense is nothing like it was when A.J. Brown was there. Ryan Tannehill has literally lost his job and lost his career because A.J. Brown flew the coop. He was traded, and John Robinson got fired for it. You better believe that was the reason he got fired, because they went into Tennessee and A.J. Brown torched them in the place he was just, a year earlier. We all remember Mike Vrabel getting livid on NFL draft night on camera because they just traded away their best weapon, and he knew it. Maybe one could argue Derrick Henry, but you get the point. You had arguably the best wide receiver in football, and you had, without argument, the best running back at the time in football, and that offense was real. It even made Arthur Smith the Atlanta Falcons coach. And I think we realize he probably shouldn't be an NFL head coach. A.J. Brown is not playing for Arthur Smith in Atlanta. And if he was, who the hell would throw him the ball? I mean, let's be real. And certainly what he has done, him and Devontae Smith have done for Jalen Hurts, I mean, no doubt. A.J. Brown, a total badass on the field for sure. But at $19 million, let's just call it $19 million a year of salary, and I get it, you're only bringing home $7. I don't feel bad for you. I don't. You're having to play on Monday night, and eventually you will have to play on Tuesday and Wednesday night if they do it quick enough. Next year, they may come out and say it's not happening. I don't believe it. Neither does Mike Florio. I agree with Mike on this. I think if they can steal real estate from the NBA, they're going to do it. That's all there is to it. Tell me what you think. Eventually, you're going to have a stare down between the NFL and college football on Friday and Saturday nights. That's where your pivot point's going to be. It would be interesting to know what would a Alabama-LSU game, what would the ratings on that game do up against a lesser NFL game? Jacksonville, Tennessee, in primetime. Who would win that? I think Alabama and LSU would give them a run for their money. But I don't know if they would win. That many people watch NFL, Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.